brings us to our next segment, which is networking mantra. So let me start with Alicia. Alicia, networking is a term that people use in a very, it's a layman's term, right? And it has so many levels to it. There's so much depth in the whole aspect of networking with someone. How do you define networking in your experience? How was networking with Rotman? At what levels did you network, and who are the key stakeholders that you would advise people to network with?
So networking for me is, it just comes down to reaching out and starting that conversation. That's all there is to it. And when it comes to Rotman, who are the people I interacted with, it was mainly current seniors and people who have passed out at Rotman. That's about it. I think I reached out to about 4 or 5 of them during my application process. I actually wish I reached out to them before I started my application, but actually I reached out to them after I got the interview, and that's where I reached out to seniors. I wish I had reached out earlier, though I'm sure it would have helped. But nevertheless, so what I did was, it was again through LinkedIn. So I reached out to a few of our seniors, and I was surprised because there was not one person who didn't reply to me. All of them replied to me, and all of them so generously made so much time for me. So I was very impressed with that. So I was like, I was very, very impressed. And they gave me, I think where their inputs really helped me was in crafting my answers for my interview. And you get that inside perspective, right? There's only so much you get while reading the website. So I felt like seniors really helped me in that. So networking really helped me while preparing for my interview phase.
Very interesting and elaborate answer. I think Alicia covered a lot of important points. How to reach out. She used LinkedIn as a portal. Who was she reaching out to? She was reaching out to current student and recent alums, and not anyone and everyone. And another thing that Alicia did mention was networking helps you understand the school better and makes your application stronger. So for viewers who are not sure how to network, Alicia gave you a lot of cues in her answer, and maybe something for you to think about. Just switching gears, Avantika, networking has two parts. One is networking with the alums and the current students, like Alicia mentioned. Another aspect of networking is trying to gel with the school and trying to make yourself invested in the school before you even submit an application. And most top B schools globally, because India being such a big geography and sending so many candidates, regularly host information sessions in India, particularly in the bigger cities, Bombay, Bangalore, Delhi, and some of these cities. How much of these sessions were helpful for you? Did you attend? What would be your recommendation for people who are targeting B school applications in the coming cycle? If you could share your experience about some of these events.
Absolutely. So I would say that, attending these sessions is helped me supremely. I mean, I went for one session in Bangalore, and I happened to meet the same associate director who took my interview for Rotman. So, you never know that, during these sessions, you might just end up meeting, the same person who would assess your application, towards the end. So definitely go for these sessions. It helps you network with, prospective students, as well as, the institutes that you are targeting. Also, it could be, the institutes that you might not be targeting at that point in time, but, after doing your research, you might think that, this school is something that, I resonate with and I want to apply to. So definitely it plays a very big role and, adds on to your application. In fact, when I sat for the interview for Rotman, this came up during my interview that, like she actually told me that, your face actually looks quite, it resembles someone. So then I told her that, we met in Bangalore, we spoke and stuff. So it definitely, gives you an edge during your interview process. And apart from that, it could also be that, there could be a few B schools which you might not have known about, earlier, but after you attend these sessions is when you understand the vision of those B schools, and whether those B schools resonate with you or not. So definitely go for these sessions, and it will definitely help you.
It's great that you networked so well with the outcome that they even remembered you, right? They said that your face was familiar, and the best part is that you remembered that whom you'd met, right? Because of that, you could bring that out during the interview that yes, we've interacted. I came for that event. It just shows it shows initiative. It shows interest to very high level that okay, this is a candidate that's networked herself with the outcome with the seniors. She's met people who finally interviewed her. I think there's nothing better that could have happened for you.